What's up, everybody? It's your favorite podcast, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey, as usual. Hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. Before I get started, I have a special guest here, my man Walt, a.k.a. Weezy. What's up, Walt? Appreciate you coming. So, everybody, I just want to say, I met Walt, my homeboy Aaron, and, we do a little workouts, trying to get a little swole, so, you see me get a little bigger. That's why, you know what I'm saying? We working out a little bit, getting a little saucy. So, Walt, tell me about yourself, man. Like, what got you into working out? Like, how'd you even meet Aaron?
Man, just hooping, man. Just hooping. Crazy because I think I gave him like a hard foul, man. And he was like talking smack back, and I was like, I don't like this guy, man. And then fast forward probably like a couple weeks later, found out like he likes to work out, and I grew up playing sports and stuff, man. I just was like, all right, let me check this guy out, man. Just come to find out, man, he's an alright cat, man. He's alright, man. So.
Okay. All right, got you. Well, enough about Aaron. Y'all don't even know him. You don't even know. It's cool. It's whatever. Tell us about Weezy. Tell us about Walt.
Man, I'm just a young kid, man. Grew up in Alexandria, Virginia, man. The inner city, man. The projects, man. Played sports all my life. Grew up playing basketball, football, man. Went to T.C. Williams High School.
Okay.
The Titans,
Yes,
man.
Sir.
The
Yes,
movie,
sir.
remember the Titans, man? That was my high school. Played varsity, started all 3 years, man. I went to state championship. Went off to college. I had a decision between basketball and football. I got hurt my senior year, pulled both hamstrings in football, and I gave up that love. So I ended up going to Johnson C. Smith down in Charlotte first year. Just red shirted just to figure things out, just to see what I wanted to do. And it was the first time in my life, man, that I never played sports. And I was down there just being a regular student and just met some of the best people ever, man. And I was just like, man, this is what being a college student is like. So just having fun. And I think over that summer I came back home and played like open gym and found the love again. And I transferred to Mary Washington University where I played basketball there, man.
Okay. It's wild that you said that because I know, like, I played intramurals. I wasn't on scouts. But no, like, we always looked at you guys like, y'all lucky, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you privileged. Like, but then we just took for granted everything you guys got a chance to go through because you guys had to wake up early and do those practices on top of the schoolwork, and then you had the social aspect as well. So, and you're not just a normal student. Like, people know you. Like, oh, hey Walt, come to the party, bro. We have to have you at the party, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just it's wild that's your take on it, because my take is like. At least not ours isn't like the whole collective. There are other people who
just like the regular student. How they view you.
Exactly. So that's wild that you say that. So if you had to choose, which one would have been your love for the game stronger? Like, was it basketball or football? Like, which one did you love more?
Man, I growing up, I was always like the shortest one, but I was always the fastest, man. So I kind of excelled at both of them. You know what I mean? But until I got hurt, I really wanted to go for football, man.
Okay.
But I got hurt, and I just kind of changed my love and chose basketball. But probably every other day, I'm like, man, maybe I should have tried the football out. But once I went to college and seen how big those dudes was, I was tired of getting hit, man. So I feel like I made the right decision, man.
Okay. No, I feel I can't get hit. I saw that on the field, bro. Like, I got asked to join the club team. Play corner.
Flag football, man. Cause little flag, man.
No. They were tackling out there.
Yeah.
Flag, I might be able to do it. If I ain't running no practice, flag. They were doing practice, bro.
Right.
I get it. Like, I know, and I'm equating it to intramurals, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I'm not trying to make it apples and apples, but I know I was like my junior year, I injured my ankle real bad.
Right.
But I thought, you know what, I'm coming up on my own. Like I used to just be known as a shooter. Now I'm actually driving and being successful.
Right,
Like
right.
I hit a little
Full
crossover, stop and pop, and then I mess up my ankle, and it just hasn't been right ever since. I feel like off of an injury, I feel like you can actually appreciate the game a lot more.
Definitely.
It puts stuff in perspective. Like one, you get to actually sit back and analyze. Like, wow, he gets to do that.
Right.
Like, he did that because of, ooh. You know, like
right.
It
You
just
get to see it from the coach's perspective.
Exactly.
Right.
I feel like that puts you in that Mamba mentality, and then also you miss it.
Right.
Like you physically miss hooping. I think we all can like actually understand that from a COVID perspective.
Right.
We haven't been able to go out to the gym. Like my Monday to Wednesday was all hooping. From 5 to 7 or 8.
Right.
I was in the gym, like I'm shooting around. So now from 5 to 7, we working out. Right? So it's just crazy that that you really can gain more of appreciation for the game while missing it.
Right. My first 2 years, man. Like we went to the conference finals both years, and my junior year we was like ready to like make that big step. And the first game against American University, I go up for a floater and tear my ACL. So I'm like, wow. So I have season-ending surgery. I missed the whole year. I'm down there the whole summer working out, man. I'm on my Adrian Peterson, man. I'm trying to get back.
Yes.
I get back. I'm ready to go. And the athletic director says I transferred from another school and I can't play. So make a long story short, that was my last game ever playing college. I didn't play my last 2 years. So it was devastating, but at the same time, I was the first person to graduate in my family from college. My senior year, I had to take 21 credits in 18. So I don't know if I was be able to do that if I was on the team. So it all worked out. But it goes back to perspective how I took it for granted. And when I got hurt, I realized how much I like really missed the game.
Okay. Got you. Now, kind of going off to like the love section again, but like.
Let me go ahead and break this too.
Go ahead. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get mine. I'm going to get mine.
Let me see if I remember how to do this. But yeah, go ahead, brother.
But yeah, so speaking of love and whatnot, now you have a daughter.
I do.
All right, so give me the backstory now. Give me the backstory.
Oh man,
the apple of your eye.
She's a 9-year-old, going on 17. Her name is Kamiko, man. She's my heart, man. I love her, man. She's my heart and joy, man. She keeps me going. She makes me work harder when days I feel like I don't want to get up from bed, man. I know, like I gotta do everything for her. So just give you more appreciation on life, man. You know what I mean? Just like understand what my mom went through. Like just the love of a child is just like indescribable, man. So just having a kid, man, it really changes you, and I think it changes me for the better.
Okay. So what are some things that you realized? I'll let you break real quick.
Okay. Let me see if I remember how to do this. Okay. All right.
You solid.
Yeah.
So is there anything about having a kid that you realize about yourself? I'm gonna say you can go wherever you go. Did you ever realize about yourself that it's actually improved you specifically? Like,
I would say, man, just patience, man. Patience.
Okay. I've heard that before.
I'm kind of like, I wouldn't say a stubborn person, but it's just like, if I don't get my way, like, you know what I mean? I probably feel some type of way, but just having a daughter and she has those same traits.
Okay.
And I'm like, where is she getting that from? And I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? So I think the biggest thing, man, is just patience. And just one thing I learned from my mom is just like, she said, like when she had kids, their dreams became her dreams.
Okay.
So I think that's like the biggest thing like parents have these days is just like you're not supposed to give up your dreams, but when you have kids, their dreams should come first. So I feel like I'm more worried about getting her to where she want to go, and then you know what I mean.
Okay.
So.
That's real. No, that's very real. That's very real. Not gonna understand that. You want better for your kids, like
Definitely.
everyone, like everyone should.
Right.
Okay, everyone does. Everyone
Right.
should. So, like you tell you don't want better for me though. You ain't leave me to nothing. My head is 13. My head is 13. That mean.
Oh man, you been practicing, man.
Not at all. It's natural. That's natural.
I mean, it was crazy.
That's tough. That's tough. Tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a quick pause. We're gonna come back to y'all, after a moment from our sponsors. No, I'm joking. All right, we're back. So we had a little technical difficulties. Take 2, 3. Who's counting, right? All right. So you said you're a Laker fan.
Laker fan.
Okay. Now, I don't know if I want to ask this question again.
Be careful.
But who's your favorite Laker of all time?
Favorite Laker of all time is LeBron James. LeBron James is the reason I became a Laker fan. I never liked the Lakers ever until LeBron James joined the purple and gold. So in that case, I'm going with LeBron James as the best Laker of all time. Respectfully.
Okay, whatever. We got Kobe, Magic, Kareem, Shaq.
Yeah.
But he also said, too, he's a bandwagoner. So, I feel as though just off the answer you just gave, you're gonna probably side with the opposition on how I view this question. But do you feel as though this chip has an asterisk behind it?
I don't think so.
Really?
All the teams had to go to the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had the same playing field. Everybody had the same rules. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people only doing it because LeBron won the championship, but everybody in the bubble was trying to win the championship. And as you interview more people, you hear a lot of people say that it was like the hardest thing they ever had to do, to be in one place for months and months away from their families, not able to do the normal things, eat the regular restaurants, no fans. I think it was tough, man.
So I've also heard analysts, and I feel like some players as well, who have stated, like it felt like pickup.
Okay.
I also know that there was no backup plan in place outside of the bubble. So if the bubble messed up, we had no more basketball. Like I'm a big fan of not playing during COVID. I'm in a league now, so I'm probably a little contradictory, but I didn't think they should have came back, or at least as quickly as they did. They played for 5 months.
Right.
They have 4 months off.
Right.
So now you have a situation where you're going into the most rigorous portion of the season, the NBA playoffs. You have 2 weeks to prepare. Now, granted, everyone did go through it, but I still felt as though everyone should not have gone through it. And it takes people out of rhythm. Like coming back, and you can attest to this too, because I know well I can.
Right.
Coming back after not playing basketball, like my schedule for basketball was Monday through Wednesday, 5 to 7, maybe 8. Right. Their schedule for basketball was Monday through Sunday, maybe or probably a good amount of time.
Right.
And so it's like you're going to a lot of repetition, and you have that chemistry and cohesion that you're building for 5 months, and then you lose all of that. You have to get all of that back.
Right.
Like for me, I felt as though it hurt the Clippers a lot. It hurt the Bucks a little bit too. I thought the Rockets were hurt as well, because they were actually in a position where, in the regular season, they were coming on strong at the end.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of teams lose.
Yeah, so I mean, and to be fair, the Lakers were fortunate. They had good mobile big men that were able to dominate and get extra rebounds and possessions for our teams. Because I mean, people were complaining about Danny Green and Kyle Kuzma and stuff like that. I mean, they weren't hitting, but we still won the game because our bigs were able to get and secure secure second chances as well as AD dominating. So like we had a lot. We were fortunate. We were very fortunate, but I still don't think like it. It'll be cemented for me if they get back to the Western Conference Finals. They don't have to win the chip. They have to get back to the Western Conference Finals. Granted, if there's a major injury, okay, cool. I understand that.
All right.
But that's for me. And that's also for the Heat as well. They have to get back to the Eastern Conference Finals for me.
I mean, at the same time, everybody was under the same circumstances. Mm-hmm. Everybody had the same rules. Mm-hmm. Everybody had to relax. I'm sure, like, some people didn't think the season was going to come back. So they probably was eating chicken wings.
But that's the thing, though.
You know what I mean?
Like, there were plenty of people who lost their jobs. And basketball is a contact sport. Like, you're constantly touching one another. So, like, pause. So, like, and COVID was, like, uncertain at the time. Yeah. It's still a little bit uncertain, but, like, it's progressed along better. So, you have situations where it's like, what are we going to do? Again, there was no backup plan in place for this stuff. So
but I think the NBA did a great job, man. They said they had no positive tests.
They definitely did.
I mean, like, you didn't hear nothing about any NBA players catching COVID.
Right.
So I think whatever plan they had, like they stuck with it and like they got the job done. So like, you gotta tip your hat to them.
Definitely. Like I said, this was my take from like the start. You gotta stay consistent. As a basketball fan, I'm very appreciative that they actually played. I think we needed basketball.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially with the BLM movement, like that was consistent because basketball was on every day, and you just constantly saw it. So I thought that was very great. All right. We're back again. So. Weez, real fast, man. You said you were an athlete, basketball in particular. Something slight. A bucket getter, if you will.
That's what they say.
That's what they call me.
That's what they say. You know what I mean?
So, but give me your basketball journey then. Like, you don't have to go all the way back to like the kid portion. I think everyone gets that. You probably like played with friends. You grew up. It was your way to kind of get away from the world and kind of just have fun and socialize, right? But I guess like when the portion where you started becoming somewhat serious now, like you knew that okay, college is an option, and you might have to put in some work. Like give me that process for you.
I think probably my freshman year of high school. Just seeing like all the older guys before me just going to different colleges, going to different like getting scholarships and just making a difference, you know what I mean? Like I remember looking at them as like, wow, man, like they playing on TV, you know what I mean? So my dream was I never wanted to go to the NBA. Like my dream was to go to college, graduate, make my mom proud, and if I had a chance to play sports. But like a lot of people think because I love sports so much that I just wanted to go to the NBA. But you know what I mean? Like once I realized I was gonna be 7 feet tall, something, I got realistic and I just play sports because I was good at it. Okay. All I ever wanted to do is go to college, graduate, and be the first person in my family to ever do that, make my mom proud. But I would say around my 9th, 10th year, I realized like I could play at a college. You know, and it doesn't matter. And like a lot of people look at Division I, but Division II, Division III, NAIA, junior college, that's all college basketball. You know what I mean? So like, I just realized I could play at one of those levels. Right. And when the dream finally came true, man, it was a blessing, man. Like it was some of the best time I ever had in my life.
Okay. And it's crazy that you mentioned that too, because I think I had a discussion with somebody, and like we were just saying how D1, D2s, D3s, like you can get cooked by anybody at any point in time. Like so it's very easy to happen. So it's all about your grind, your hard work, your dedication. Like how much time and effort and practice that you put in, it like you can be a late bloomer like Steph Curry or even like Anthony Davis, but he went D1, but like he wasn't going to go D1
He wasn't the
initially.
person he became.
Exactly. So it's like anything can happen. Tell me your greatest obstacle within basketball.
My greatest obstacle in basketball, I would say going to college, playing my first year in college, just realizing how like strategic each possession, each team, each coach is. Like I think probably like my first game we was playing Division I school, Gardner Webb. And I first realized how they print out your stats and stuff at halftime. And my coach was just cussing me out and cussing me. I'm like, man, what's going on? Like, damn, we doing all right. And he slid the sheet over, and I had like 3-4 turnovers and like a couple missed shots, and I was just like, wow, you know what I mean? Like,
put stuff in perspective.
Every possession count, like you can see that, you know what I mean? So just the biggest thing was just learning the game in college, you know what I mean? Just from high school and AAU and stuff, just running up and down. But in college, every single possession and it's like calculated and like macro manner. So like that was like the biggest thing. Just learning how to like be a college athlete and just the different levels of it.
Okay. Now, being a college athlete or like more specifically a black athlete in general, I'm assuming you've dealt like with some type of racial issues that have occurred. Like what are some things that you've actually gone through?
Well, my first year of college, I went to HBCU, historically black college, which was just predominantly black, which is basically all black. So, but I didn't play sports there. I was like redshirting.
So you said that was the
Johnson C. Smith in Charlotte, North Carolina, Division II school. So I was down there, and it was like a big party. I transferred to Mary Washington, which is a predominantly white school. And like you was just like another number, and they could care less about sports. Like it's all about academics. Like I think it's probably UVA, Virginia Tech, and like William & Mary, and there's like Mary Washington. Like people with 4.3s and 2s turned down those big schools to come there. So basketball wasn't. They didn't care who you was. But I would say my first week there. I had my car on campus. I think I had a flat tire, and two security guard cops rolled up to me, and they was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I have a flat tire. Just trying to change my tire." And I had like one of the local black guys from down at the gas station. You know how you come a little hookup. So we're in the parking lot. He working on it, and he was like, "Y'all are trespassing." I was like, "Sir, I go here. I'm a student."
Yeah, I was about to say, I didn't know that.
I had never seen you before.
Yeah.
I was like, this is my first semester here. I only been here a week.
Yeah.
And I would just remember just feeling like, it's like, wow, like, I feel like the first question should have been, how can I help?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? But it's like he already judged me before he even knew what was going on. And I think like that kind of was just like, wow, like I was ready to like transfer because I never had like dealt with that before. But I felt like, no, I'm not going to let that define me or let them define me. And that same security guy used to be at the basketball games cheering for me and stuff. So it's just how things come full circle. But it's just, man, it's just show you that we still got work to do in society. You know?
No, it's real. Because I think every black person has experienced racism. Whether you realize it or not, you're going to like experience it. I think we have to acknowledge the fact that the BLM movement is a good start, but it's going to be something that's going to take more. It's going to take over time. Like I'm not gonna expect to see something drastic to happen in the next year or two. I realistically don't. I still expect to see black people being killed in the streets, like for stupid stuff. Like we've seen that before. So, but at least we know that there are some sort of consequences
right.
to this. So yeah, it's like maybe, and now we can start teaching the younger generation the right way to be, and then that way it'll be better for them. So I think that is good. Like, so I don't want to harp too much on that because I feel like we bringing down the mood a little bit, bringing down the mood a little bit. So with that being said, get a little juice from Chick-fil-A, ladies and gentlemen. But no, so with that being said, then what is some of your best moments? Or not some of your. What's your greatest moment in basketball
as an athlete?
As an athlete.
Oh man, I would say I was the first person in school history to get a triple-double in college.
Tough.
And like me being 5'7", nothing.
Yeah.
Like that was just a big deal. It's crazy because I didn't even have my best game. Like the coach came in the locker room. We actually won the game.
Mm-hmm.
We was playing a team who had just beat us probably a week before.
Okay.
And he was just going off on me, man. Just kirking. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? And then I think one of the assistant coaches like tapped him like, hey man. Walt had a triple-double tonight, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, congratulations. And I remember just like me, I'm very prideful, so I remember just like, thank you. But then I got on that bus. I think one of my teammates, his dad texted him, was like, hey, I think so. I didn't want to show like the emotion, but yeah, man, that was a big deal, man. I was like in the paper and stuff. I got interviewed, and like it was a big deal, man.
It sounds like he was on you throughout the game
man,
too.
He was a little short, man. Shout out to Coach Wood, man, but he was wild, man. He was wild.
I feel like in those type of situations, that constant pressure, like, it is going to. He might have pissed you off. Yeah. So that anger, you're channeling it into the game. Right. So you might have won. Like you might have gotten those stats off of the strength of him, like pushing you.
Just being on me.
Yeah, exactly.
Just looking back now, it's just I realized a lot of stuff he was trying to teach me, I couldn't grasp, but like I think it was the way he was saying it, and I wasn't listening to the message. Mm-hmm. I think like a lot we kind of not listen to the message that's getting across. Mm-hmm. We listen at how the person is saying it, or maybe the person that is saying it, instead of looking back like maybe they really making sense. Right. So just looking back now, I realized like he was just trying to make me the best player I was. You know what I mean? I think that's a lot for like young players. Just we tend to not think about the bigger picture. You know what I mean?
Very short-sighted.
And I could just look back and remember me being in my feelings, but just not realizing that the coach was just trying to get the best out of this. You know what I mean? Out of this point guard.
Definitely. I remember I have to bring it back to middle school for me. But no, like my middle school coach, he was telling me like, I was supposed to be like the shooter. Right. So he was saying, well, you have to, I would always catch it, bring it down, and then come up. He was like, well, you need to catch it and then be able to bring it up to your release point without bringing it down. Right. And I tried that, and I airballed, and I was like, you sound stupid. Right. Like, you know, so it's just like, but now it's like Steph Curry does that, and he makes a living off of shooting the ball. So it's just making the game easier for you. And like you said, as a kid, you might be short-sighted, but as an adult as well, you might want to, I guess, figure out a way to relate to the kid a little bit better as well. So it's a compromise.
Especially this new generation, man. You gotta be
You gotta be.
You know what I mean, be careful how you come across. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, they curse you out, whatever. These days, you know what I mean? A lot of kids are very sensitive, so you gotta tread lightly.
Exactly. Now, did you have a specific routine coming up where it's like, or like did you train a lot every day? Were you the type to like wake up and on some Rocky's dad vibe where you getting the egg in, you know what I'm saying? Like what was your go-to? What was your routine?
Man, the crazy thing is in Alexandria we have like these rec centers all in like the west side, the east side, like uptown part, like the different parts of the city. So like as a kid, man, I played basketball every day. You know what I mean? Like it was just part of life. Like when the rec centers used to close at 6:00 for 13 and under, and I can look back and remember us playing whole court in the trash can, man,
Right.
or whole court in the alley with a crate, the bottom of a crate. One of our friends' dads knocked out, hung it up, and we, you know what I mean. So like we played basketball every day. Like it wasn't practice to us. It was just like it was life. You know what I mean. And I think like that kind of just. Well, I know for me, it saved my life. You know what I mean? Like I had friends that was like I was in the streets, or doing, you know what I mean, just doing everything. Yeah, but just like basketball, it's crazy. Like it saved my life. You know what I mean? So yeah, just having the rec centers, I think that was big, man. Like we didn't know no better. It was like after school, straight to the rec center. You know what I mean? So. Like looking back now, it's like wow, like that was our practice. Okay. You know, kind of this new age. They got trainers and all that. Like we kind of just played every day. So yeah.
Okay. I feel like with that training too, this new age, they're gonna be nice.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't get a training until probably my senior year or something. You know,
that's like you're gonna lose some of that dog in you too, though. Yeah. It's one thing to be able to do the move. Like I can like realistically shoot the ball far.
Right.
But to have it in me to pull that in during a game or like doing all this, it's just like it's like you become a practice player at one point. It's like how do you get that confidence? It's through that practice, like you're saying, which is just playing with your friends, playing through the local neighborhood,
a lot of contact and stuff.
Exactly. So I mean, because realistically, you can have someone who's far more talented than you, you're better than them.
Oh man.
So I mean, it's just, but there's a psychological aspect that goes into it too. So I mean, it's just. It like you said, you need that practice to be able to play, or you need that practice that you're saying, which is like playing amongst your friends and whatnot. So that's actually good, which I feel like a lot of players do that, like especially like not like to maybe to like get the right footwork down. You're in the gym working, but after that you're applying it in the game. Like all right, I want to do this here. Okay, that works on this guy. That doesn't work here. Like so.
I wasn't the best drill person, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
2 balls and all that. I can do that, but I knew people who can do all that, but in the game,
couldn't.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to take the ball from me. So I think these trainers, these trainers today got to find, like, just a balance. You know what I mean? Like, all right, it's cool to be doing all that, but is that realistic? Like, are you going to have...
Exactly.
Are you going to be doing the figure 8 in the game? You know what I mean? So it's like... I think you just gotta have a balance, you know what I mean? So
I think everybody sees Kyrie and they want to do all that stuff. But like he's an all-star.
Right.
But then a lot of people give him a knock for like, oh well, he's not a good leader or this, that, and the third. And maybe I'm not saying this is the case for Kyrie. I think he can be a good leader. Yeah. But maybe instead of practicing on those skills, you practice more so in the game and play. Right. That way you can understand about people management. Because that's really what being a point guard is. Yeah. You people, okay. He likes to shoot. He likes to crash. This big man can hit from the mid-range.
Extension of the coach.
Yeah, and this you better not lead the ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you just know your team. So I'm not saying, again, Kyrie, if you're listening, first and foremost, thank you. Secondly, I'm not going at Kyrie, you're a whole bucket, bro. I remember my college freshman year, our point guard knew Kyrie. So he calls him up, right? And he like puts him on the phone. You know I'm a big Duke fan. Yeah. So like I legit tear up. I'm a Tar
Carolina Blue, baby.
Yeah, it's whatever. But bro, like tell me why I legit tear up. I was so happy. Like,
for real?
I was because it was his freshman year, so he had just got injured. I felt like I'm giving it like a good solid attempt to keep my man in place. I'm like, yo, bro, I know you can go to the league, man, but we gotta do this right and get it back next year. I'm making a sales pitch. Coach K, I tried. We failed, but I tried.
Nah, I feel you.
But yeah. But no, that's tough. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go right into the next segment. So I hope you all had a good time. I feel like I might want to re-up, though.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, we're going to come back. Again, that's a moment for our sponsors. All right, we're back. Drinks loaded.
Yeah.
I didn't switch mine around. I have no ice too. I don't know how you got left.
Yeah, I got a little. You know what I mean?
I didn't have ice in mine. I got the milkshake. I forgot.
Yeah, I got a little shake left.
I feel you. So Walt, real fast, man. Tell me about your life goals, man. Like I know you're doing the old master's thing now, about finished up. I know you were trying to do the whole firefighter route, and now you got COVID messed up some stuff. Like, tell me about those two.
Yeah. Well, I'm 2 classes from a master's, so I'm in the process of getting that now. So by December 9th, I should be done with that.
Okay.
And as the firefighter thing, I was in the process of it, and right when COVID hit, they shut everything down. So it was basically like a standstill.
Yeah.
But I started doing loans and mortgage, man.
Okay.
It actually have been like the best thing I ever did in my life. So
really,
it's crazy because it's like during the worst time, like in America, like God like blessed me like with like a perfect opportunity, man. So coming up in January, I got to like weigh my options. You know what I mean? So, but I'm gonna pray about it, right? You know what I'm saying? Just try to go with the right thing. But I just knew like coming from where I'm from, just being a firefighter was just showing the kids that basketball, football, you know what I mean? There's other routes to success, you know what I mean?
Right.
So just, growing up, all you think is just sports.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of us growing up in the inner city, we don't think about like being a lawyer, being a doctor, or being, you know what I mean, the owner, being the president, you know what I mean? So just, I think the firefighter thing was just more motivation to like the youth and the kids, just where I'm from, just to showing them that like other than sports, there's like other ways you can be successful. So like my goal now is just to finish up this master's. I mean, just try to figure out which step I want to take. But as of right now, I'm doing like loans and mortgage, and it's a blessing.
Okay. And you said the program for the master's is in your master's program, like the title of it.
Yeah, accounting.
Okay. So do you want to go the CPA route, or are you just going to stop with this master's?
Man,
I'm not mad at you.
I felt like I think I seen this on like I don't know one of these talk shows or something. They was interviewing a lady who had got 3 degrees, and she's basically saying like if I get this high degree, my kids should at least be able to get to here. Right. So I feel like if I get a master's, like my daughter, at least graduate from high school and college. You know what I mean? So it's just trying to that excellence. You know what I mean? Like my mom, she had a 7th grade education, man, but she was like, "You going to graduate? You going to go to college?" You know what I mean? So it's just like I was trying to keep that going. Just, you know what I mean? Like as when your kids, they go off examples. You know what I mean? Like she don't have to get a master's and all that, but
she knows.
Yeah. So just trying to set a standard. You know what I mean? Just
okay.
So that's all.
Okay. Do you have any life goals? Because I know, like I said, you're in the master's program. I know you want to do the firefighter route. Do you have any overall life goals?
I just say right now, just health, wealth, prosperity. Just like I'm trying to hopefully buy a house in the next year or 2. You know what I mean? Just trying to make sure my daughter is, well taken care of. Right. Taking care of my family. Just giving back to like the city where I'm from. You know what I mean? Just trying to show where I'm come from that you can make it too. You know what I mean? Not saying I made it, but I feel like I'm on the right route. You know what I mean? Like it took a while. You know what I mean? Ups and downs, but just trying to be like, you know what I mean, like that blueprint to give other kids hope. So I think that's just my main goal. Just trying to be a role model. You know what I mean?
I kind of disagree with you. I think you have made it. Because if you think about it, you can provide for yourself, you provide for your daughter, and I mean that at the end of the day, people want to make sure they can sustain in life. So I mean, as long as you hit that, at least to me, as long as you hit that goal, everything else that comes along with it is fine and dandy. It's like a nice little cherry on top. As long as you can hit the necessary requirements and provide yourself a little bit of luxury, I think you've made it.
I think that goes back into like every person have their they're made it. You know what I mean? Like
right.
some people made it NBA, some people made it a doctor. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel like this new generation we get caught up in watching other people what they got going on. I mean, like just because you have all this money or whatever doesn't mean that I'm not successful. You know what I mean? Like I grew up in the projects, you know what I mean? Some of my friends locked up there, they're in jail. You know what I mean? Like I made it out of that. I went to college. I was first person in my family graduate. I made it. You know what I mean? Like I have a daughter. She's well taken care of. Like I made it. So I just feel like everybody has their definition of made it. You know what I mean? Exactly. So whatever to you makes you feel like you made it, and you know what I mean, go with that. So.
Exactly. And it's like it's funny because I always look at someone else's like page or something like that. Just see like I'm starting out right now, so just seeing someone else and where they're going, it's like I'll compare myself like okay, well that's where they are, this is where I am. I need to get here. How do I get here? Blah blah. But it's also helpful to me too. It's kind of like an extra motivator.
That's what I'm saying. I was about to say you use that as motivation.
Exactly.
Not like dang.
Like what was me? Like you can't.
We started off here too. You know what I mean? So just. Use it as motivation, not envy or hate. You know what I mean? It's like,
exactly.
Wow, how can I get my concept like his? So yeah, just always gotta stay motivated, man.
Exactly. Well, Walt, thank you. I definitely appreciate you sharing your time with me, man. Appreciate you, like.
Appreciate it, man. Nah, it's love, bro. Appreciate it.
All right, baby. Well, that's all we had. I hope y'all had a wonderful one. Let us know what y'all think in the comment section below. I'll tag Walt so you guys direct message him if you want to. You want to say anything to the folk? There might be some ladies on the thing.
I just appreciate my man Trey, aka Trigger. I mean, I like what he got going on, man. I just wanted to be a part of it. You know what I mean? So check him out, man. I mean, a good dude, man. He all right, man. Show him some love, man. I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, man.
All right, everybody. Well, hope y'all had a good one, and take care. Oh, I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I gotta go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, cut.